Hey guys, welcome to another video, and this will be sort of an updates video, another one, just to cover over what happened the day after the live stream. I had a almost a 6 hour live stream yesterday, and that's a personal record of mine because I've never gone over like 4 hours. I wasn't intending to do all 6 hours. I thought I was only going to be doing the star forcing session and then maybe train for like an hour and a half on stream and then do the last hour and a half on my own. But I had a good time, and we clocked in like well over 100 concurrent viewers for most of the stream, and thank you guys so much for joining. But today I'm going to be taking kind of like a small break from relatively anything. I'm going to take it easy just because I think I pushed myself a little too hard. What happened was I stayed up all night Saturday morning, and then I went for the 4 to 7 a.m. for the 2x session, and then I took a nap for about 6 hours from 7 to like 1ish. Then I woke up, I had a quick meal, then I trained from 2 to 5, and then I had dinner after that because I didn't eat anything too big for lunch or breakfast, and then I waited for the star forcing session, and from 8 to 10 I was doing that, and then I trained from 10 to 1. Unfortunately, because I couldn't make it, I reached like 92% before the end of the 2x session, and I decided to just stubbornly finish the last 8% without 2x, and I ended up going over to like 2 a.m. Not my greatest decision, but I was on full tilt, and I do appreciate you guys stopping by for the stream. Yes, I was essentially losing my mind for the latter half of the stream because it was just it was a very long day, and I couldn't do much about it. But yeah, today we're just going to be talking over the updates for what happened on my dual blade. I still have roughly about, I would say, 50 bill left to go. That's just because I pretty much accomplished all my goals on my dual blade in terms of star forcing, and I think the rest of the meso I will spend on my Demon Slayer, my Lumi, my Zenon, whatever I can get from them. So let me go ahead and actually disable my overlay, because the last time I had my overlay, it covered a lot of stuff. So I will go ahead and disable the overlay. Alright, so a lot of stuff happened. What happened basically for this maintenance session for this week was that the Nexon finally updated the safeguarding from 14 stars to 17 stars, which made it possible for me to work on my badge, my MapleStory, and my dagger. And then I decided to also, there was a 30% off session. People were asking me why exactly was I star forcing yesterday, and for those of you who weren't aware, it was a 30% Sunday right now currently, and it's actually still running right now until I think for the next like 6.5 hours or so. If you guys go ahead and check it out, if you want Star Force right now, it's 30% off. It's extremely cheap. Like if I were to go ahead and work on this, for instance, I'm not going to, of course, but if I want to put my dagger in, you'll notice here that it says Sunny Sunday perks about 30% off for Star Force enhancements. So instead of 163 mil, be 114, which is, it adds up. You may not think it may not amount to much for you, but trust me, it does add up. So my superior Galaxy ring, I got to 18 stars. I think it was already at 17, but I thought, you know what, because we have that cushion of a guaranteed 100% chance from 15 to 16, I only need to theoretically pass 2 in a row from 16 to 18, so that's what I did. And I was a little nervous because even though I did have one spare Galaxy ring right here, I didn't want to blow it up because, you know, it's a really expensive item to replace. And I'm really happy I went to 18 though. Maybe in the future if I can get myself 3 superior Galaxy rings, I'll try to get this to 20, but for the time being, it's okay as it is. It's at 107 all stat, 70 attack. Very, very powerful. My reinforced Galaxy ring is still at 17 stars. I'll probably get it to 18, but the reason why I'm not is because I actually do not have a spare available right now. And I don't want to risk it. Maybe I might try and, maybe after this video. You know, this is why I dislike making equipment videos, because every time I do, I always end up making upgrades the day after, or literally right after I upload the video. And I think a few other YouTubers can empathize with me on that. Solid Galaxy rings at 18. I did try to get this to 20 stars. I had 2 spare rings, but both rings blew up, so I'm like, you know what, I'm not going to take any more chances. I'm going to wait until I get more solid rings. I'm going to finish it. That's 28 attack. Basically what happened is that these rings replace the ring above them. So a 15 star superior Galaxy ring is 40 attack. A 17 star reinforced Galaxy ring is basically a superior ring, and a 18 star solid Galaxy ring is basically a reinforced ring. My MapleStory ring did go to 18. This was also very risky because my strings are about 6 mil clean, but I was able to go to 18 stars, which is, I'm okay with that. By the way, I will be working on a best in slot guide for regular servers, and it's going to be coming up soon, so I hope you guys are looking forward to that, just because I know a lot of people have been asking me, what's good to have now? Is Tyrant still good? Is Absolute better? What should I aim for? Don't worry guys, I'll cover over it as much as I can during the week when I make the video. It's going to be a really long video, so I hope you guys don't mind that, but I just want to cover everything I can. And please be patient, it will come out soon. My dagger's at 17 now, which is as far as I'm willing to take it. I don't even want to risk getting this to 18 stars just because of the fact that I've had 0.7% happen way too much, and this is like a 2.1% boom chance. It's at 690 attack, 224 luck. I kind of was annoyed with this dagger. It took me about 5 bill to get it to 17 stars because it was already at 14, And I thought to myself, there's one way this can go wrong, or two ways technically, is that I can either forget to safeguard it and it blows up completely, or I just don't get it from 14 to 15 star. Because if it went from 14 to 15 star, that would have saved me a lot of hassle. But it did go to 17 eventually in about 5 bill, which was a little more than I was hoping for. But I'm okay with it. My pendants are both 20 stars. Funny story actually. They were at 17 before, right? And I was thinking about, you know what, we're just gonna get them to 18 just because even though I do have some spare superior pendants, I didn't want to go too far on them just because, you know, they are expensive. So what I did was I decided to just take them from 17 to 18 stars like I was gonna do all my items. They both went from 17 to 18 on the first try. Then I was like, you know what, maybe we'll go to 19. They both went from 18 to 19 in one try. And I was like, okay, fine. We're almost there, let's just go to 20. They both went from 19 to 20 in one try. And I'm like, okay, thank you. So I was okay with that. I'm not going to go for 21 stars on any of my 20 star gear because even though there is a benchmark point from 20 stars, so it can't go below, it's a 7% boom chance and I don't trust 7%. I don't trust 0.7%, so I won't trust 7%. My hat, okay, my hat is the only time I got 21 stars. I'll explain why I got it to 21 stars, but this is currently 21 stars. It has 91 attack. The scrolling is really bad on it, I know. I'm waiting for either trying to get myself a Arcane Umbra hat, or I'm just going to go for, maybe I'm going to try to just buy a new one. My tattoo, I didn't touch. It got to 20 stars already. My glasses did go to 20 stars. Now remember when I told you guys my tattoo took 9 attempts, but on the 10th tattoo, it went from like 10 stars to 20 stars in like less than 25 attempts? My glasses ended up the exact same way. It blew up 9 times. The 10th one went from 10 to 20 stars in under 15 attempts. I'm like, what the hell? I talked to a lot of my friends, right? And they all said that Sweetwater has a bigger tendency to explode. I don't know why. Because like, everything else, my Galax was perfectly fine, most of my Galax cooperated, my CRA cooperated quite nicely, but my Sweetwater just exploded every single time, 9 times. I know 9 times is actually not that bad, but seriously, that's so many times that it blew up. It's so annoying. This thing blew up 0.7% chance 3 times out of the 9. That's just unfair. And also, I would pay folding money to bet that it's much harder to go from 10 to 15 stars than it is from 15 to 20. I've had much easier success with 15 to 20 stars than I did 10 to 15. I have no idea why. And so many of my buddies can agree with that. So let me know in the comment section below, any of you guys who have been working on 20 stars. Do you think it's easier to go from 10 to 15 stars? Or do you think it's easier to go from 15 to 20 stars than 10 to 15? Because I honestly feel like 10 to 15 is way harder. Like ridiculous. Oh my word. I already got these to 20 stars before. My shoulder, I just got to 18 stars because like I said, I followed the same principle as, since it's already a guaranteed chance from 10 to, or from 15 to 16 stars, I just need to pass 2 in a row technically to go from 16 to 18, so I kept my Meister shoulder on that. Same with my earrings did go to 18 stars, so I might actually do 1 more star on my reinforced ring, but I'm okay right now. My badge is now at 17 stars. The only downside to the badge is that the badge does not gain any attack from 15 stars or above, which is disappointing because every other item, including armor pieces, does get attack. But you know what, it's still an enhancement, definitely. And my Sweetwater Katara, I think I already showed you guys, it got 20 stars. And we're done. As for what I'm going to be doing with my Tyrants, I will keep them for now, because Tyrants are still, I guess, well, technically Transposed Sweetwater is the best. But Tyrants are still really, really good. It's just that there are other options that you can go for that can come up to par with Tyrants. So I don't really see a reason to replace with Absolab because it's already fine as it is. Alright, and let's go ahead and I need to pop my decent skills really quick. Just so I can get the level 31 Maple Warrior. We did it! 48k luck and 40 mil range. Now I think this will be 40 mil range clean because this Maple Warrior is basically up 24/7 because of the pet buff. But we're about 40 mil range clean, which is the goal that I was aiming for, and 48k luck. Now the reason why I got my hat to 21 stars is because this was at something like 47.95 or 978 or something. It was like 20 luck away from getting 48k luck, and just out of stubbornness I decided to get my hat to 21 stars, and it actually passed 21 stars on the second try, which was pretty nice, and I got it to 48k. I'm so close to 50, I can't even wait for it. There are ways I can get it to 50. I can go and continue working on my Arcane Force. Another thing I can do is I can replace the hat, or I can get an Outlaw Heart. I feel like if I can get like a 30% Outlaw Heart and I get like a decent bonus potential on it, plus the additional stars that you will be getting, I think a 17-star Outlaw Heart, because my Xenon does have an Outlaw Heart, it's 139 attack and it's like, I think 70 all stat. So the extra 70 base luck plus more % luck from the main potential and like equally good bonus potential can definitely get me probably to 50k luck, I think. Either that, or I can continue enhancing my items to 20 stars, like get my solid ring to 20 stars, because it's 10 luck per, or like, I think it's 13 to 15 luck for the rest of the remainder from 18 to 20 stars. So there are still things I can do, but I'm so excited I'm almost at 50 and I can't believe how far I'm going right now. As for my training experience, you guys can see now I reached level 240. The last time you saw me I was at level 236. I was able to, with incredible amount of difficulty, go from 236 to 240 in 10 hours basically. And I'm exhausted. I don't think I will be training. I was thinking about training again the next 2x session on my dual blade because I wanted to just try to get as much as I could. But honestly, I have met my goal of 240 by the end of summer. And I could go further, but I don't want to burn myself out again. What I'm going to be doing instead is I'm going to be taking the 9 hours of 2x in the next coming week, not to train my dual blade, but to train other characters to get my Legion up ahead. Currently my Legion's at 6693, and I will be power leveling an Ilium. So if I'm thinking about it right now, if I want to power level an Ilium, I can either wait until the weekend to do it during a 2x event, so I'll have Burning plus 2x, which will put me on 8x, and I can probably get my Ilium to level 200 in like an hour and a half. Or I can power level my Ilium now, as in like tomorrow or the day after, and then I can go ahead and like power level a different character, because my Ilium can get to level 200 within about 3 or 4 hours, I'm predicting, if I was on 4x, if I had Frenzy Totem, if I had Holy Symbol and all that. And also because Ilium is a very powerful mobbing class, then that'll get me up to 68 because my goal is 7k Legion by the end of the summer. I'll have to train up another character to level 200. There are a few characters that I can still opt to get to 200 with very useful link skills like Marksman, my Mercedes, my Shade also might be worth it. My Mechanic, I'm thinking Mechanic just because Mechanic is a buff duration, but Mechanic is an awful class. But I do have a lot of characters that can get to level 200. I'm thinking about working on that, just because I do want to get more of my Legion characters up. Alternatively, I can use the 2x session to train my Xenon or my Demon Slayer, I don't know. But for the time being, that's pretty much how it is going to be. I'm tired. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and end it off here, guys. Just let me know in the comment section below whether you think I should power level an Ilium during my 2x event, or if I should do it outside of it and then train something else during 2x. But I just want to say thank you guys all so much for watching, and for everyone who joined the stream, thanks again so much for sticking by. I had a great time, not so much towards the end, but I had a very enjoyable time, and I'm looking forward to continuing to make videos. I'm gonna take it easy today just because it was a really long day yesterday, so I'm gonna just chill for a bit, and then probably play some League of Legends, and I'll rage on that, and I'll get banned for toxicity. I don't know. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.